Let's talk about the content of the screenshots. What are the different categories of things that you can show within your screenshots? You can show your basic screenshot, which is how your app looks in the inside. Actually, most of the applications on the App Store just do that. And it's perfectly fine if the screenshots are self-explanatory. But sometimes you can go beyond that, which is why some of the screenshots show features. For example, on the alarm clock, you may want to show that your app is also showing the weather. Maybe your application also can wake you up with music in the morning. So there are like different features that you can display within the screenshots. And sometimes you can just showing the inside of the app is okay, but adding additional information could be useful too. And finally, the last level is benefit. How is your user going to be benefiting from the application itself? And because the alarm clock is a very competitive app space, you'll see that in general, the applications that are clearly explaining the features or the benefits are the ones that are selling the most, because there are so many alarm clock applications to choose from. Let's look at some examples with real alarm clock applications in the store. The first application that we're looking at has one landscape screenshot, and it's just showing the time, so it's very basic. And as you can see, the icon is also showing the same thing. So just by looking at this app on the outside, I can tell that this alarm clock gives me time, but what else is it doing? It's hard to tell. Let's look at the second application. Here, this time we have two screenshots because they are vertical, so we see two screenshots in the search result, even if there are more within the application. But as you can see, the second screenshot shows the inside of the app, and the first screenshot shows what must be a splash screen, which is the screen that you get when you start the application. I wanted to show you this example because in general, even if your splash screen looks very nice, it's not a good idea to show it in the first screenshots or even to add it to your list of screenshots at all, because it usually doesn't bring a lot of any information to the user. It's not going to convince anybody to use the application. So if I was really shopping for an alarm clock, I would probably not consider those two applications because they're just showing what's inside the app without explaining anything. And outside of the fact that those applications are giving time, that's all I know, and it's probably not enough compared to all the other nicer applications that are out there. Let's now look at two applications that are using screenshots to show the features of the application. The first one is called My Alarm Clock. There are two screenshots. The first one is the app preview, but by the way, as you can see, except the play button in the middle, the app preview is also an image and looks like a screenshot. And actually, in the app preview section of this course, I'll show you how you can change how the image looks on the outside. So the app preview shows us how the app looks inside, and then this first screenshot shows us one of the features, which is playing the favorite music. The writing says "Wake up to your favorite music." So just by looking at this screenshot, I can tell that I can select my own music, and that's one of the features of this application. Second application has two screenshots. The first one tells me that I can set the alarm just by kind of spinning the wheel there, and second one that there's a sleep timer, and there's a bit more writing underneath. So as you can see, just from looking at the screenshot, I can have a better understanding of how the application is going to work. Here's another application. The first one just shows that it's beautiful inside, it's simple. And the second one shows me that I can slap the screen to start to snooze the alarm. And because they are showing a hand on top of it, it makes it very obvious how this feature works instead of just explaining it by text. Let's now look at applications that are using screenshots to show benefits. Again, benefits are how the users will be impacted if they are using the app. So here, if I read the screenshot, it says sleep better, wake up fresh, change your life, fall asleep faster. So from looking at the screenshots, it's not obvious how it does it, but that's the value proposition that it's sending to users. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it has more than 6,000 reviews, and there are 4.5 stars out of 5. So that's they're probably like delivering on their promise. But as you can see, instead of just showing the features, they're just explaining what are the benefits that the users will get from downloading this app. And there's also on top of the first screenshot the text that says over 1 million users. So it's kind of like proving that many people have been using it, and the positive reviews are there to reinforce that it works. This one is another application that I've heard about, actually, called Carrot Alarm, and what it says, I, Carrot, I'm the talking alarm clock who makes waking up fun. So we don't know how it makes it fun, but it's that's the promise also. Rest in peace, I'm the simplest alarm clock you'll ever use. So it's fun and it's simple. That's what it sells on the outside. So these are not features, these are benefits, where you from a user perspective, you're going to have a different experience than with other alarm clocks. At the end, you're the owner of the application, and it's up to you to decide whether you want to show just the basic screenshots, how your application looks inside, or whether you want to improve the screenshots and show features or benefits, or maybe both. From my perspective, because the App Store has more than 1 million applications, it's very competitive. Therefore, I never use the screenshots just to show how the app looks inside. I always add additional text to either sell the features or benefits to the users. Creating screenshots like the one we're looking at right now, for sure, take more time than just taking the screenshot from the app itself. But I'm going to show you later in the course 2 different tools that you can use to simplify the creation of those screenshots. And even if you don't have the design skills to represent the device or add the text, you can use those different tools to make your life much easier.